Good morning. I hope you guys are doing okay. I don't know about you, but these have been some really strange times lately. It's made us all slow down and enjoy our families more, and a lot of people have suddenly have the time to um, start gardening again. We're always talking about doing something and taking care of something, but now we have the time. So I'm going to go through this morning and teach you a little bit about what I do. My name is Matt, and my wife and I own a company called Once Again. We're a nursery in Wamanalo. We believe very, very strongly in the power of plants. The relaxes you. It gives you something kind of fun to do. They'll get a flower and you'll get all excited and stuff like that. So we grow and sell and we teach people how to make gardens out of succulents. It's very, very popular right now for all kinds of reasons. But we want you to understand it. So a lot of times people get pretty anxious and nervous about growing plants. They might have had a bad experience, where they've lost one or two. Um, and then they start getting depressed and they think that they're terrible people and a plant killer. You're not. It's just a learning process. You just need to learn and understand what these guys need. And so our job is to provide them with the same context, situation, exactly like where they live and what they do. So in other words, we're going to create an environment that they're used to so that they can thrive because they're fun. They're a lot of fun. So first thing when you get a plant, so we're going to talk about avoiding the angst. I'm serious. I've had people almost in tears calling me and telling me that their plant has died. And so we do a little therapy with them. And so the first thing is don't name your plant, okay? Wait at least 6 months. It's kind of like the first birthday. If he makes it 6 months, he's probably going to. If not, we're going to give you a little coupon so you can get a free one. A lot of people don't know this, but almost all of the large places that sell plants guarantee the plants. But people are so embarrassed about their plant dying that they won't go back and get another one. So they'll wait 3 or 4 months and get over their guilt, and then they'll go back and buy another plant, and then the plant will die again, and they'll feel bad again. So we're going to break that cycle, and the way we do that is by knowledge, is from learning. So the first thing we're going to do this morning is we're going to talk about planting medium. And basically that's their home. That's where they live. You notice I said medium. I have a lot of people come to me and say, where do I get the dirt from? It's not dirt. It's a specific type of product that's developed commercially so the plants are the happiest and the healthiest. So I'm going to go over it a little bit. The first part of it is pretend you have two basic components in your planting medium. The first one is organic. So organic is anything like potting soil, sphagnum moss, peat moss, basically even the soil from your backyard is considered organic. And then you have something called particulate. And particulate is really important. It's probably the most important thing that succulents need. Because you could have a really nice soil, but if you don't have particulate or something in the soil to help break it up, the plants are going to struggle. So we take our so this is what we do. We basically get kind of like an unfinished potting mix, and then we amend the soil. We add something to it to make the babies happier, so that they have a nice place to grow up. So the particulate can be anything that is solid. So we like to use pumice, which is this product right here. And you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're weird. We're absolutely weird about our plants and what we grow them in. We're constantly playing with it, trying to develop better planting mediums. So pumice is a really good one. And then this is called turfus or clay products. Now, you don't have to specifically get these products. You can get anything that's going to do the same thing as particulate, which is break up the soil so that the water goes through the medium quickly. We don't want like you see the clay dirt we have all over the island. It grabs the soil and sucks it up and hangs on to all the water. And these guys actually want a big drink, and then they want to dry out completely. They want to be dry, dry, dry. So the particulate, the pumice, the turfus, the cinders, any of these will help break up your medium so that the water goes through really quickly. Okay? So in our medium, we put pumice, which is a little bit hard to do. This is actually horsey litter from, it's called dry stall. And then this is a clay product. Clay actually does really good things to soil and helps with the regulation of the water. And then we start adding the weird stuff. So this fine powdery thing is called diatomaceous earth. This is a natural pesticide, and it's a little weird. You guys know what diatoms are? They're really, really tiny little creatures that live in the ocean and live in large bodies of fresh water. They look like starfish and crabs and you know all kinds of things, but they're really, really tiny. And for some reason, when we're able to take the diatoms and grind them up into a powder. And this powder actually will repel and or kill pests, you know, ants or slugs or worms or bugs or something. Matter of fact, the particular one I use is also used by the cattle industry. They actually feed it to their cattle so they can help clean out their gut. So diatomaceous earth is a nice, easy, very, very safe pesticide that we use. We also use something called mycorrhizae, which is a beneficial fungus because we want our plants to develop a really nice, big, strong root system. And you see this here. You see how this root ball is really big and lots of it and very vigorous and healthy looking. So this is ultimately what we're after is this type of a root ball, okay? And so also in order to do that, we will put food. This is our food. I know it looks like breakfast, yeah? This is so it's all about lazy gardening. That's very, very important. We want to have really beautiful plants with the minimal of effort. And so this is right in with the lazy gardening. This is a time release fertilizer. It's a special one because it's very tiny little pellets. And the reason we do this is because the containers that we plant in are almost always tiny little containers. Like, you know, we did here on this one. This one, we actually, I don't know if you can see that, but we drill a hole in the bottom. Here, I'll show you this one. We put a hole in the bottom because they got to have drainage. Remember about the water going through the medium and coming out the other side, all set to go. So I'm going to show you one more thing real quick, how to test your medium once you got it built. So you take your medium, and the reason I want to show you this is because this is really, really clear and simple. So you take your medium, so the medium is, and you just dampen it a little bit. I call this priming the pump. So in other words, the organic matter in here is grabbing hold of the water and keeping it. Okay, it's hanging on to that water, and so what that does is it provides the food and the water and the nutrients that the plants need. So to make sure that you have a really good succulent mix, you just take water and you put it in on the top. Now you want this thing you want to give it a nice big drink, but then you want the water to run away. You want the water to come out quickly. You want the water to not hang around, because that's what they want. They want a big drink, and then they want to dry, dry, dry. And so that's the basics setup for our medium. You can go to our Instagram, Once Again Hawaii. If you have any questions, send us a DM and we can help you explain it. You can make specialized potting mix, but it's really important that you start with a really good foundation. And now is a good time, because we have time. Go get some plants, start playing with it, and we'll help you learn. So you guys have a good time, learn, be happy, stay positive, and test negative.